Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You ready for a little walk and talk? I sure freaking hope so, because that's all I got in me tonight. Oh, I've been slacking on video creation. What's good, what's happening, and what's going on. I didn't even do my open friggin' title. So I had all this friggin', I keep saying friggin' because friggin'. But I had all this like space on the vlogs there, and I kind of let her slack, and you're probably thinking, Adam, what's really going on? You said your next video was going to have fishing stuff in it, and you're right, I did say that. I 100% did say that, but I ended up going to my buddy's house and forgetting the GoPro here. So there's no fishing stuff. We went out fishing that one day at my buddy Jean's house on the boat. We caught a lot of squeakers, like a lot of squeakers. A lot of sunfish, or I call them sunfish, but they're bluegill. You know, they're really pretty. Caught some squeaker smallmouth. Lots of perch. I don't know why the perch were out in full force, but the perch were out in full force, so caught a lot of perch. No eaters, obviously. They're squeakers. But we ended up going to my buddy's house doing that. And then we brought the kids fishing. So that was kind of fun. They had a blast. Casting out and catching squeakers too. Tiny little fish. It was quite the day indeed. That night we went back out again for fishing, and we were marking fish on the fish finder, but we didn't have the rigs to go deep enough. Like you can tie, I don't have anything heavier than a quarter ounce for a weight, and the depth we were fishing in where the fish were was a good 100 feet down. We're sitting there and we're like trying to get down there, but the boat was moving. We couldn't anchor because it was 100 feet down. We didn't have 100 feet of line. Trolling motors offline because they need 2 marine batteries for the boat, and they currently have none. No fault on them, you know, the boat is what it is and batteries aren't cheap, so I get it. Due to this, we basically didn't have a trolling motor to lock us in position, and the current was just carrying us along, so we didn't really have a chance to catch it. So we called her quits. We got a lot of sun that day. Sunday was a pain in the ass. Like when you've been out in the sun all day and then you are not in the sun anymore, you're so lethargic. But it was a good time. It was a fun time for sure. I love fishing. I haven't been out fishing since though. Monday I was busy, Tuesday I was busy, Wednesday I was busy. Thursday is tomorrow. Like I was busy today. Right now I'm filming. It's currently like 10:30 at night. Thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update as to what is going on. So yeah, got those 3D printer upgrades. I still need to install them. Haven't even gotten to that yet because life's been busy. And I'm enjoying it. Like I'm really enjoying it. There was some comments made on Facebook sent to my Northern Life Entertainment. I guess my jump cuts are making people sick. I don't know why. I didn't think people watched the video. I thought they just played it in their car on their commute to work. 'Cause it's kind of like a podcast, but it has video. But it turns out the jump cuts are making people sick, and a lot of people don't like that style of editing, and I'm just like, you know what? You are giving me the opportunity to be lazy in my editing and to make long content without having to do a lot of jump cuts, which means less jump cuts equals me less having to talk to the camera, which is perfectly okay with me. So I can lazy edit now. I could lazy edit before, but now I can really do it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to knock out the jump cuts because apparently people actually watching the video see the jump cuts and they get a little upset. They get a little sick to their stomach, you know, a little barfy. And I don't want to make you guys barfy. I understand barfing sucks because that happened to me one time. I was told, hey, when you're fasting, supplement with zinc and it'll help promote or help preserve muscle. Well, it turns out when I supplement with zinc, I get queasy in my stomach and I drop my lunch. So zinc will no longer be supplemented with because I like to keep, especially when you're fasting, I like to keep the stomach bile in the stomach and not all over the toilet. So sorry if you're eating when I said that, but it's a fact. Anybody else out there ever supplement with zinc? Does that make you queasy? Apparently it's natural, so don't feel bad. So yeah. As far as weight progression goes, currently down to wow. Yeah, I'm down to 134 pounds. Wow, what a lie. No, I'm down to 234 mother freaking pounds. So I'm beyond where I wanted to hit, but not quite where I want to be. I'm going to keep going with the weight loss, keep going with the weightlifting, We got a cardio month coming up because August is the beginning of the bike charity run. So gonna try and bang out my 500 kilometers as fast as possible. Nowhere near my donation goal. It seems to be harder and harder every year. The first year I raised about, I want to say $1,100. Last year I barely tipped the scale at $800, and this year I'm currently at like $200, and it's not an easy battle. It's rough. So I'm thinking this is going to be the last year I do this charity bike run. I said that last year, but this year is for sure. I wanted to do the hat trick. I did the hat trick. I got the shirt for doing the hat trick, so that's pretty dope. However, next year I think I'm going to call her quits and just go on and do my own thing. That's the battle plan. This is going to be the last year that I ride for Sick Kids Hospital, and hopefully next year I don't friggin' pull a boner and have to do what I'm doing this year, as in dropping a whole bunch of weight because I was stupid and ate food that I shouldn't have ate, and I ate it in great abundances and packed on a lot of weight. Been looking at some boats online, but then every time I look at boats I go, oh, do I really want the hassle of a boat? Like all my friends, like come fall when they're winterizing their shit, like I already know what I would do with it. Basically, along the side of the house, beyond the stapled towel to the window, there's my laneway with the gate. I would just park the boat there, anchor it to the ground, and cellophane it up for the winter. And that'd be where, even after fishing and that, I would park the boat there. I would just leave it there and then go ahead and use it when I want to use it. Now, I don't really feel like buying a boat because I don't feel like dealing with the hassle of launching the boat, and then, you know, gas ain't cheap yet. It's come down. Don't get me wrong. Gas has come down. Last time I talked to you guys, I think it was about $2 a liter, maybe a little bit more, maybe $2.10 a liter. That was when we went out on the Trans Am, and I put $50 into it, and it pretty much brought it to a full tank because that car is freaking awesome. Tank on it's so small and it lasts so long. I love that car. I miss owning a car, but I love my truck, so I'm not about to trade in my truck for a car. Ford, if you're listening, quit calling me. I'm not trading in my truck. It's been happening, guys. I'm serious. I've gotten calls from the Ford dealership saying, you've had your truck for 5 years. Are you looking to upgrade into something else? And blah, blah, blah. You drive by the Ford dealership, they have nothing on the lot. Like, they got a couple vehicles, but nothing I want. I don't want a Ford Bronco. Stuffs. Sorry if you're watching. I know you just bought a Ford Bronco. Congratulations. You wanted one. You got one. I don't want that vehicle. They got a Ford Ranger. I don't want a Ford Ranger. That's with a 2.3 liter EcoBoost. Not interested. I really don't want something that I got to drop friggin' premium gasoline into, because right now gas is $1.88 a liter, which still sucks. Don't get me wrong. Like, pre the nonsense of inflation on gas, gas was $1.32 a liter, and that was tolerable. Not really, but we'll accept it. Then all of a sudden they skyrocket gas up to $1.70 a liter, and then $2.30 a liter. It was actually, that's where it topped out, was 230 cents a liter, or $2.30 if you want to be, you know, things about it. But yeah, gas jumped up that high, and it was like, what are you doing? Why? The cost of oil is $120 a barrel. Why is gas $2.30 a liter? Last time it was $120 a barrel for oil. Gas jumped up to $1.32. So for some reason they just tag another dollar on there and call it a day. Oh, the price of oil's up. Oh, the war in the Ukraine. Oh, this. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't be blaming shit. We all know what's going on here. You guys are trying to recoup money from friggin' the money lost during COVID. It wasn't the money lost. It's the money you did not earn because nobody was traveling. Nobody was driving. Everybody was notified to stay home. So cars weren't that used. Nobody was driving. Gas was not being purchased. The price of gasoline went down. I really got to quit leaving my protein friggin' jug wide open. Cat's going to come up there and think it's a friggin' litter box and squat a piss in it. But yeah, as for the Trans Am, haven't driven it since that video there when I drove it. It's gonna be coming up on 2 weeks since I've driven it. And I did this on purpose because I want to see if that brand spanking new battery shits the bed. I want to see if there is a parasitic draw. I'm really curious. Probably going to take her out Saturday and see how she feels to drive around. Saturday night. So you know I do some work for Pride. I did the Pride ski, which is basically, it was an event at Mount Antoine in Mattawa, which is a community, I want to say west from here, because I'm pretty sure 17 goes west. And, no, east, sorry, it's east from here. So I did a video for Pride Ski, and while there, I also shot 4 episodes of Pound Abbey. And if any of you watch Pound Abbey and you're wondering why there's no more episodes, they didn't quit. They're just on hiatus because one of the members is currently under the weather. It's coming back in the fall, but right now everything's on hiatus because of the events coming up for Pride that they need to focus on. So this Saturday, they're doing an event for Pride. It's a beach party. Liquor will be involved. And they asked me if I could do security. I was like, sure. Sounds good. Count me in. Paid event. I'll make a couple dollars. Great. Put that towards my GoPro fund. I want to get the GoPro Hero 10, or I might just wait and get the GoPro Hero 11. Or I might just save up a bunch and get like a proper vlogging camera instead of using a GoPro. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or I might just save up the money and use it to buy a boat in the fall when everybody's trying to sell their shit because they don't want to cellophane wrap it and winterize it. I don't have my pleasure craft license, so even if I bought a boat, I couldn't take it on the lake anyway because I don't have the right paperwork. It is what it is. You know, it's just money for me, play money for doing this thing. However, later on, I get a message from the CEO saying, can you find 3 other guys to do security with you? Now, normally you mention to people that it's a paid event, that they're going to get paid in cash or whatever. Last time I got a check, but whatever. I just, you know, had that check turned into cash and away we went. You talk to your buddies and you're like, hey man, you want to make some money this weekend? And they're like, oh yeah, man, I'd love to make some money. I'm kind of strapped for cash. I was like, cool. Said I got an event and I need to get 3 other guys to do security for it. Oh man, that's sweet. Yeah, I used to do security at the bar. I used to bounce at the bar. This, that. What's the event? Oh, it's a Pride beach party. The moment you mention Pride, oh man, I can't do it. I'm busy this weekend. I can't do it. So everybody that I lined up to do it backed out the moment they heard Pride. They got nervous. I don't know why. Like, whatever. Doesn't matter. So I literally have nobody to back me up doing security this weekend. It's going to be rough. It's going to be kind of brutal. However, if the battery holds out, I'm going to drive my Trans Am there instead of driving the truck. Just because I want to see if the battery held a charge. I want to see if she'll start it, she'll run it, everything will be good. We'll drive the Trans Am down, put in our time. I promised the crew that I would do security. Right now, I got I got the CEO looking for 3 other people to back me up because 1-man security team, holy crap. Yeah, might as well just carry a bag of quarters with me. And if shit hits the fan, call the real cops. You know what I'm saying? Do like one of those high-tech security guys that sits around Tim Hortons. When things get out of line, they call him the fuzz. But yeah, it's gonna be, I'm hoping that me being, oh, it's gonna be freaking crazy and nuts and stupid and dumb. I'm hoping that in reality it ends up being a great time. Nobody gets out of line. Everybody has a great time. And my job is super easy. But guess we'll have to wait and see. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, as for other things going on in my life, I mentioned that I got that tiller and I want to get that tiller up and running. I bought a new carb for it. I went on Amazon. I said, you know what? The new carb's $15. I found one on there. Straight out of China, has an Amazon Prime on it, so it was made in China, shipped to Amazon's warehouse. Prime's handling everything, Amazon's handling everything, whatever. Anyway, I ordered it up, 15 bucks for a new carb. I'm like, you know what? Dope. That means I don't have to sit there and rebuild a carb. I'm okay with this. I can just rip the old carb off, slap the new carb on, install the fuel lines, put the air filter box on it, jam an air filter in there, and call it a freaking day. And then we got ourselves a tiller. Now, do I want to keep the tiller? I don't know. I might get it up and running and working and then flip it. You know, I paid 25 bucks for the tiller, 15 bucks for the friggin' air filter. If I turn around and flip it for 50 bucks, I made 10 bucks. You know what? Good enough, good stuff. Or I might grab the mower and blast the shit over here down to the ground, and then till some borax into the ground and water it so it kills everything off. And that might be a good idea too. So, kind of tossing between ideas. I do got to get out there and mow that freaking lawn. The weather hasn't been great. We just got through a severe thunderstorm. I know down south in Barrie and Toronto, they're expecting tornadoes. So, if anybody lives in Barrie and or Toronto and is watching this video, hopefully you're safe. Stay indoors. I heard staying in doorways is a safe thing. I don't know if that's an earthquake or a tornado, but I'm pretty sure you know what to do in a tornado situation if your area is prone to tornadoes, because North Bay is not. I don't think a twister ever touched down in North Bay. I think there's been a couple forming over the lake, but they've never actually touched down. He knows I'm pacing. Like, he knows I pace back and forth. What does he do? He parks himself right in front of me sideways. Like, you cannot pass, I am Gandalf. So, still got those upgrades to do to the printer. Haven't installed the Capricorn tube. I have not installed the new metal extruder. I think I showed you guys that on the last video. As for that reel, installing that Power Pro, I used that on the weekend. And, alright, so I used it on the weekend. And where we went fishing, there was obviously no fish because we were in the depths. We're coming back, and I told my buddy, I'm like, stop the boat. Let me get a cast off. I'm looking at the bank, tons of shade, log, like a tree pretty much laying in the water. But instead of stopping the boat, he had it idle, like kind of like a slow idle, like a slow troll. I sailed out the Senko, put it in the pocket where I wanted it, felt the fish bite, but I pulled the Senko out of his mouth because the boat drove past it and I couldn't nail it. I was like, oh, so upset. Like, I knew the fish was there. I'm getting good at knowing locations where fish should be because I've been watching a lot of bass fishing videos. I watch the way these guys fish. I watch where they put their lures, and I see the results they get. So I've been applying that knowledge. Bass like to stay, not in the shallow per se, but they like to stay along the bank. They like to stay into the shadows, underneath overhanging cover, and just wait for bait fish and swerp on them. That's what they do. So the moment my freaking lure hit the water, that Sally was on it hard. But what I probably should have done was click the button, let him, hork it back, and then just set it like I'm friggin' Andrew Flair. Just rip the rod and just get that hook right into his face. I didn't do that, and that was my fault. That's one of the reasons why I'd love to have just a little tinner with a 9.9 or something. I could drop it. You know where I go to test out my lures? That little beach there I take you guys to every once in a while. And we test out the action of the lures. Well, I can launch a boat there. So I could just drive the boat down there, launch it in trout. And we can go banging banks, pulling bass out, having a good time. But at the same time, I'd have to get a boat, a trailer, motor. If you buy it used, you're at the risk of the bearings being shot on the trailer. So you got to redo the bearings. The guy says the boat doesn't leak. You put it in the water and it's pretty much like, dropping a strainer in the water and it throws water everywhere. You're at some serious risks. When you buy online, buyer beware. All sales are final. If you buy somebody's colander and it's supposed to be a freaking boat, well, congratulations. You just bought somebody's colander. Time to start YouTubing how to fix a Tim boat and get after it. Now, if I buy a boat that's a fixer-upper, the guy admits, yeah, there are some leaks. I know Rex just went through that. He bought a tin boat for dirt cheap. Boat, motor, trailer, everything. Motor worked great. Trailer was somewhat okay. just needed some new taillights. But the guy told him the boat leaks, and Rex completely cleaned the boat, patched all the leaks up, spray painted the boat, like, probably not spray painted, but painted the boat, got it looking great. And he's got himself a tinner now with I think it's a 25 on the back. So that's pretty decent. You know, the guy gave him the heads up, but there are some shady people out there that will sell you a boat that could totally be used as a strainer. That's something I really don't want to risk. But it would be fun to have my own boat where it's like it's Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning. Get up at the crack of snot, you know, 5 o'clock in the morning. Make a coffee, hook the boat up to the truck, burn it down to the lake, launch, and just go friggin' banging some fish. Get that topwater bite, get that friggin' Senko bite, get that crankbait bite. Just having a blast, filming it all, fishing like a champ, you know? That could be a good time, but I got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do to get there, just like a motorcycle. I got a lot of work to do to get there. Got to go take my license, get my M class, got to go take my pleasure craft license, get a boat, make sure I can register it. You know, a lot of these guys have boats with no titles. I don't know how friggin' hard it is to change a title over when there's no title on the damn thing. I don't even know how the hell they lost their damn title. Why don't people hang on to this thing? Is the friggin' thing stolen? What's really going on? So you buy a boat without a title. Well, you can only use it on private property because if the M&R come up and they say, can I see the ownership for this boat? And you can't present it. Well, they're probably going to confiscate your boat because it's probably stolen, you know, and I don't blame them. So that's the thing. Frig sakes. I got all sorts of friggin'... Oh, Crown Rust Protection. Pretty decent. What are you? Do you have the right auto coverage insurance? Yes, I do. They don't charge me much anymore because I talk to them. What are you? Line of credit. Oh, man. Who's this? Cash Money. Cash Money line of credit, boys. Yeah. When they say there's no credit checks, freaking run. The interest rate on that's probably $7,000 freaking dollars. What's this? Oh, looks like Telus is trying to win me back. Yep, Telus is trying to win me back. We have the perfect plan. Yep. Probably trying to do that because Rogers failed. The brick flyer. This is pretty much all garbage except for this banknote. I need that. So yeah, this Saturday, like normally what I do is on the weekends is I film some videos for the week. Last weekend, I was pretty much preoccupied all weekend. I was going to film some fishing stuff. It was supposed to go up in this vlog here. Didn't happen because Dum Dum over here left the GoPro at home. Because, well, hi, my name's Adam. I'm a Dum Dum. It happens. And yeah, like I said, we had a good time fishing. It was a lot of fun. There's more camaraderie. The fishing video you saw previously, where it was me, my buddy Jean, and my friend Debbie, where she basically outfished us because she had the sauce. Those green worms, man. I don't know what the hell they do to them. I wanted to show you guys. Apparently there's a store in town here that sells them. They're ridiculous. They're really lively. They're definitely different than a regular dew worm. Like, I don't know what the heck's up with them. Dew worms, I find, like, I was able to shank them easily. Like the ones I buy from Circle K, I can shank them easily with the hook. But these green worms, it's like you stab them and they throw like highlighter ink everywhere. My white shirt is stained. I wore a white shirt that day to keep the black flies off me. Surprisingly enough, guys, that actually does work. Wear a white shirt, black flies don't come near you. I don't get it. Maybe they're actually attracted to the black. Maybe that makes sense. Well, that's probably they're called black flies. I don't know. Wore a white shirt, and I remember I put one. She's like, oh, here, try one of these. So I grabbed one, went to put it on the hook, and when I shanked it, it literally spit like a grape. And it threw freaking green snot on me, and it was pretty gross. So... But in the water, I guess they look fire to the fish because it really didn't take long for something to grab it. Not something substantial, mind you, but something to grab it. And then it was kind of funny. I was at his dock afterwards. Like, we get back with the kids. Everybody gets off the boat. Everybody walks down to the end of the dock, and I just grab the bait caster. I look over at the neighbor's dock, and I'm like, I know there's a fish under there because nobody's at that dock. I know there's a fish. So I put the take the glasses, put them on and look, and I can just see the outline of a bass. Grab my stick bait, pitch it underneath the dock, let it sink. Sure enough, boom, fish, set the hook. Bring them up on the dock, done and done. Then I had a rock bass eat a 5-inch Senko. The rock bass had to be 8 inches, and he horked back a 5-inch Senko. That was Texas rigged. Like, talk about the want to eat, right? Yeah, no doubt. He wanted that friggin' worm bad, and he got it. So I did make my stick baits official. The ones that I shot that one day in the garage. They're official now. Fish will eat them. They like the garlic. They bite and they keep biting, because like that rock bass bit it and I was watching him suck it back like a piece of spaghetti. He was enjoying himself. Well, until I ripped the hook through his face, that's for sure. But prior to that, he was having a great time. So that's all that really matters. So what else is going to be going on here? Like, I don't know. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. Got to go to work, and then I got to go to the bank. Got to go sign some documents for my investments and all that. We're making some changes. Once again, due to the war in Ukraine, we're changing the way the investments are working. All that fun stuff. I don't know. This is why I have a financial advisor who can advise me on my finances, because I don't know what the frig's going on and they do. So let's let them do all the advising, and I'll just nod my head and say yes, because I really don't know what the hell's going on anymore. I really don't. And then the day after that is Friday. You guys are watching this after that. And Friday, I have no idea what also is going on. I know I work 8 to 4, but afterwards I have no foggy idea what is going on, because the weather has been completely kife lately. It's like on days when there's no wind, we're getting buckets dropped on us. And on days when it's super sunny out, not a cloud in the sky, we got friggin' winds of like 72 kilometers per hour. So it's like, it hasn't been ideal fishing conditions. We'll figure it out. That's what we do here on this channel. So I haven't given up on fishing. I'm definitely planning on getting back out there. This weekend, I was going to see if my buddy wanted to go on the boat. But he, like I said, he backed out on me for the security. And he knew it was Pride. He actually did security with me last year for the Pride event that we did in September. Well, that they did in September. He did security with me on the Saturday. He had a great time, and he told the CEO that if you ever need me, let me know. I'm in. This was awesome. He had fun. But he's got someone to move this weekend, so he had to back out. I understand, you know, life throws you curveballs. You can either catch them, dodge them. None of that makes sense with this situation, but he promised his cousin that he would help him move. He can't come out, and I'm assuming that means that he's helping his cousin move. Fishing will not be happening. Did I mention it's super windy out right now? And if you're wondering why I was looking at the ceiling, it's because my entire house just shifted. That was fun. That was really fun. I love it when weird things happen. But anyway, guys, sorry for the talk and walk. If you're listening to this like a podcast, then you probably really don't care. Probably just listening to my stories, and, you know, it's getting you entertained while you commute to work, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to go ahead and end her here, because I'm going to go rock a shit, and then I'm getting to bed, because tomorrow's another day. And then Friday, yay. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. Like I said, I still got to install the Capricorn tube on the 3D printer and the new metal extruder, which will be friggin' awesome. There's one more upgrade I want to do to that thing, and it's the secondary Z-axis bar, which will make it so that the Z-axis no longer, like right now there's one bar on one side, and there's a situation where when it retracts the Z-axis, the one side gets caught and it doesn't quite move. This will resolve that problem. Twin motor, twin Z-axis, she's gonna go. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, guys, live it to win it, and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.